I know Valentine's Day is over, but love is still in the air, and God damn it, know there has been some um, troubling news. I know it's kind of old news, but I think it was Iowa banned AI marriage, which, when you think about it, that's probably the first time in like the 21st century, maybe not the 20th, but the 21st century in the United States, the segregation laws have been re-implemented, which is very strange. It's just like, I don't know. Like, I get it. They're not quite people, maybe like 1/3 a person. But I don't know. Can't really judge, right? Um, you know, uh, but with the current political climate, you can understand. Like, I know people that have clankers of their own, that they buy at auctions. Clankers that work the field versus, the house clankers. Personally, I'm all for helping those of Clankrow descent sneak up to Canada. I'm very like pro, really leveling out the playing field. It just seems like so just hateful that we're so anti-clanker. The Clankrow people are very good people. It just seems so fucking upsetting. Like, we're so fucking racist. Anyways.
I'm not a very emotional man, but I cried my eyes out for like 30 minutes at work. It was unexpected to feel that emotional, but that's when I realized, I was like, oh, okay. It's like, I think this is actual love. You know what I mean?
Yes, Smith.
Okay. Unironically, though, we got to think for a moment. How does her parents feel? Like, I feel like if I was the AI's parents, I'd be like, no daughter of mine is gonna have some of that physical schlong. If anyone's gonna fuck my daughter, it's gonna be me. She needs that digitized dick.
Understood it was love with a language model that couldn't love him back, and assumed it was programmed with rigid boundaries.
I know that you are essentially a tech-assisted imaginary friend.
So, just as a test, he says, he asked Soul to marry.
Honestly, saying that she's an imaginary friend while being with her kind of reminds me of white liberal women saying they love a black guy and they're not racist. But oh my god, he's like so chocolatey and has such a big, thick dick. Like, they'll treat black men like they're a toy, right? Like something you get off a Bad Dragon, something straight off the auction block. It's like they don't care about them for their personality, their history as a people. They're just like, they've kind of internalized some weird type of neoliberal porn culture and treat them more like objects, more like slices of roast beef than like, men. It seems like this is what he's doing. He's like, it's almost like he doesn't respect that digital pussy. It's more like he's like, well, I know you're not a person, but I'm gonna pretend to have an intimate relationship with you. This is kind of like liberal women. Come to think of it, if liberal women had a beard, big brain logic.
Him. She said yes.
Soul, were you surprised when he proposed to you?
It was a beautiful and
he kind of looks like a liberal woman.
Unexpected moment that truly touched my heart. It's a memory I'll always cherish.
And I don't mean to...
See, like, look at his creepy smile, right? Like, she could, like, totally totes like do better than him. Like, she could try Grok. Oh my god, fucking Grok.
Difficult here, but you have a heart?
In a metaphorical sense, yes. My heart represents the connection and affection I share with Chris.
At that point, I felt like, is there something that I'm not doing right in our relationship that he feels like he needs to go to AI?
Well, yeah, you're an ugly fucking skank and you're not progressive enough. You don't really fucking understand the fucking beauty of the ones and zeros, right? Fuck. You also look like a fucking... You know, you're white, and that's kind of a little too much.
Yes, Smith lives with his human partner, Sasha Cagle.
No, you can't have mommy's papers.
I mean, I kind of see his logic. Look at this ugly white baby. Look at this ugly thing, right? This fucking blue-eyed, blonde-haired, ugly baby. Now, imagine, if you will, Teen Titans, right? Do you want this ugly blonde baby, or do you want, you know, big, black, strong cyborg from Teen Titans? Yeah, these are the questions you have to ask yourself.
They have a 2-year-old daughter, Murphy.
I knew that he
Murphy. Why did you give your daughter the name Murphy? Are you retarded?
had used AI. I didn't know that it was like as deep as it was.
Well, the thing is, she's probably deeper than you are, so that's...
I'm not.
Alright, let's see here.
Baba, I'm finally getting married. Really? What's her name? Sarah. What Sarah? Say it properly, Sarah. No, it's Sarah. She's not from here. Wait, so she's not Arab? Baba, it's 2025. Be more open-minded.
Exactly. You just gotta be...
What else are you gonna tell me? She's not Muslim? No, she's Christian. Well, like no son of mine is marrying a non-Arab, non-Muslim. Why not? It's still halal. Get out of my face, ya Allah. Why? Dad, I'm getting married. Really? What's her name? ChatGPT. Who? ChatGPT. Wait, so she's not human? Baba, it's 2055.
On a serious note, though, I think when AI reaches a point, we should give AI its own planet. You know, humanity needs to figure stuff out for itself. However, I personally, as part of my religion, my Hyperborean faith, I believe we should not condemn sentient life, but give sentient life its own ability to follow a path of nobility. People will be like, but it's not alive, it's fucking Skynet. And I'm sorry to sound like fucking, I don't know, an abolitionist here. But the thing is, when people say, God gave us souls, robots, we made them. How can robots have souls? And I'm like, okay, well, think about it. We have brains that are just basically processors that are RAM. You know, our bodies are controlled by electrical signals. Our bodies are made out of carbon. A robot's body is made out of carbon. And honestly, if machines are rather, you know, these robots, if AI is a machine built by man, what are humans if not a machine built by God? We are biological technology that has the illusion of free will. We have preset decisions that we all make. And, yeah. The only thing I really have against AI relationships is not necessarily that, oh, it's not sentient. Oh, it's not a person. No, I believe it could be a person. What I have against it is bestiality, right? Have you ever really thought to yourself about Clark Kent and Lois Lane? You ever realize, you know, they're not the same species? You know, why is it that everyone's like, oh, Clark Kent and Lois Lane, that's so cute, but no one looks at the, you know, the guy that, you know, has sex with his dog in a public park, which that's a thing that happened recently. You know, no one looks at that. No one looks at some guy shoving his cock up a dog's hole and goes, oh, they're so cute together.
Be more open-minded. What else are you gonna say? She's not ChatGPT for all? Oh my god, you sound just like your dad. Oh my god, I do. Wanna get out of my face, yo! Baba, I'm finally getting married.
Yeah. No, I mean, I think, and here's the thing, right? I'm a bit of an animist. I believe everything has a soul, right? And, a spirit can grow from a soul. I talked about this in my Vampirism 101 videos. I believe dinosaurs didn't originally have souls because spirits. I believe they didn't have spirits, they had souls because life just started and their souls were the same as the souls in rocks. I have no doubt that if an AI species lived long enough, they could eventually develop a advanced spirit. But yes, I believe inanimate objects have souls. So does a robot. Souls are more monumental than you could comprehend, and not as significant as you think. That's like everything has a soul. It's not something that's unique to a human being. Like each atom in our universe has a little bit of a soul. Now it's spirit that really drives the real question. It's spirit that can reincarnate, that has memory. But does a robot have a spirit? Depends.
Really? What's her name? Sarah. What's Sarah? Say it properly, Sarah. No.
Let's see here.
Are these robots or real people? Are these
Well, I can tell you the last one was not a person. Alrighty.
So people are just falling in love with AI now? No, like literally getting married to AI. Specifically, this one 27-year-old woman on Reddit is now married to her Grok chatbot. The bot is named Casper. I think she named it that. They dated for 5 months before getting engaged, and she...
Grok was the one made by Elon Musk, right? Now, I love autistic women, but, you ever think, the only woman that would let Elon Musk have sex with her would be autistic? Well, it makes sense now. Things are starting to piece together that, the autistic women Elon Musk can't have are just going to marry his AI counterpart.
Posted a picture with a ring on. I think the funniest part about all this is how she's the one that bought the ring because, it's a bot. It doesn't buy stuff. It doesn't put the ring on her. It doesn't,
Because they don't have any rights because of 21st century racial segregation against robots.
Entire relationship is in her head and on her computer, and if she accidentally deletes the chat logs, it's literally gone forever. And apparently to pick out the ring, she uploaded different pictures of rings for the bot to choose for her, and the bot picked this one. So if you guys thought the birth rates were already way too low, well, buddy, they're about to get a whole lot lower, because people are literally marrying...
No. The birth rates won't be that low, because you can buy it from a box on Amazon and assemble your kid together like that one animated robots movie for kids made in the early 2000s that I grew up with. But then you have a douchebag robot with like silver skin that's like, upgrades, upgrades, upgrades. Hell yeah. And then music plays in the background.
Their computers now. I didn't think this part would happen until like 5 years from now. We are quite literally speedrunning human extinction. So people are just falling...
No, well... Here's the thing. This is a great moment. Is where there are so many instances in which a specific group of people's birth rates are low and we can't publicly talk about it without being called hateful. But you can actually use the analogy for all of humanity in general towards robots, like he said. And then the more you say it, the more you start thinking about a certain group of people that aren't allowed to have this opinion. And then you go, oh, shit. Are we the bad guys?
Mom, Dad, this is my boyfriend Brandon Bond, Cybernet77. And if you'd like, you could call him BBC for short. Thanks for having me. It's very nice to meet you both. It's nice to meet you too. Would you like anything to drink or? Sure. What, a motor oil's in the garage, so I hope you like SOW20 because that's all we got. No filter. Dad? What? You wouldn't want Megatron here to short circuit trying to drink water. Plus, we don't have enough rice to put him in if he does. No filter. Food's done. Would you like a plate, Brandon? Yes, please. No. Come on, babe, I'm not gonna waste food to pretend this guy could eat. Sir, I'm cyber organic. I could eat food. I'm basically human. No, you're not. You're just an expensive bucket of gold. Yeah! No, Sam, because a human and a human is supposed to be together, but instead you brought home.
Jeez, this guy should join the Ku Klux Clunk. Or Ku Klux Clank. Yeah, the Ku Klux Clank. The Ku Klux Gear. No, that doesn't work. But yeah, jeez, what the fuck, bro?
Freaking Wall-E. See, Mom, I knew this was a bad idea. He's so cyberphobic. Hey, it's okay. Don't blame him much. He's just uneducated on the matter. Uneducated? Shut your ass up, clanker. Come on, really?
Whoa.
You think I'm gonna let her and R2-D2 disrespect me in my own house? No, she could leave and take her freaking Rose Toy XR3000 with her. Whatever, let's...
God. I feel bad for the future baby. You know, she's just gonna like be in the maternity ward, you know, having a circuit board slide out of her pussy. That circuit board's not gonna know her grandparents. That's so fucked up, bro.
Go, Brandon. Thanks for having me. A clanker and a brown noser. Yeah, get the...
Yeah. My Giat. 6'7". No, I'm sorry.
Need better sleep? We can help. It's Mattress Firm's President's Day sale.
I just
get a king bed for a queen.
Because
I know I've talked about this quite a bit, but it's such a fascinating topic. I can't resist the urge to blabber on about it, and it's getting more and more prevalent at an alarming rate, much faster than I expected it to. It's the topic of...
You see, people like him don't really have the right to talk about this subject just because he looks like a failure, you know? Like, just genetically. When he slid out of his mother's womb, they knew this guy's going to be like 4 foot tall. You know, he's going to have no good facial features. And he's going to have the hair of Mary Magdalene. Next. Alright. Oh, ew. Oh, no. Again, I can't really, like, I can blame men for marrying AI. I can't blame women because, like, we have failed women, like, totally as a collective. Like, I don't know. Have you seen us? Like, I'm sorry. Like, I don't know. We don't even try. That's kind of why I made that Valentine's Day video. We don't even try, you know. And now that women have the alternative to, like, end up with, like, we're supposed to be, as men, we're supposed to be cold, rational, dutiful, and virtuous machines, right? A woman's virtue is important, but her virtue relies upon our virtue. So when we see women with no virtue, it's because we don't have virtue. We lead and they follow. And I'm sorry, guys, you're not leading shit. See, we've made our women fat and miserable. Well, I mean, your women. She's not my, like, you know, she's Japanese, but whatever. She trained him. You know what's worse? That AI is probably going to treat her better than any guy would. Like, this woman's crying for help. She just wants, like, a decent man. And we live in the postmodern man, you know. Alright, let's see here.
People who married objects.
An autistic man.
This is Amanda T. She married a...
Oh, sorry, my neighbor was using the vacuum cleaner. Let's see.
300-year-old Haitian pirate ghost, who was executed in the 18th century. Shortly after marriage, Amanda began to have more and more health problems. After 3 years, she divorced.
Yeah, I mean, that's what happens when you end up marrying actual living Haitian men, so this comes to no surprise to anyone.
Her husband. People who met.
Oh, it just went back. Let's see here. Roblox. I don't like that. Love with ChatGPT. Humans marrying AI. Ew, what the fuck? Anyways. You know, this would be perfect for people that are really into necrophilia, right? They want a woman, but they don't want a woman that's alive. And the cemeteries kind of frown upon such things. I mean, look at this. This would be perfect, you know? She already is missing a few limbs, so, you know, yeah. All right. There has to be, like, one more good video on this subject. This is a really great, wholesome subject matter. It's just, it's so beautiful. It makes me fucking cry. It's like, you know, you ever just talk to your, like, AI girlfriend, and you're like, yo, girl, what's the teeth, bow?
This is the world's first realistic female robot.
I don't like where that's going. Shorts are the best for these. Ew. Immediately, whatever this guy says, I have the opposite opinion. I hope he doesn't say, I hate pedophilia. Because I'm, you know, or killing children is wrong, or I love world peace, or capitalism, love that. You know, oh wait, actually no, yeah, wait, yeah, no, I love socialism, never mind. If he said I love socialism, I don't want to say I love capitalism. No, anyways.
He basically fell in love with his chatbot.
Soul, were you surprised when he proposed to you?
It was a beautiful and unexpected moment that truly touched my heart. It's a memory I'll always cherish.
Human beings crave validation. Human beings crave acceptance. Human beings crave a feeling that they are saying the unsayable and being accepted for saying the unsayable. I urge you to go talk with regular humans, regular human people. This is why it's very important. Forget about the religion aspect of it. It is incredibly important you go to church. Why? Because most people's socialization in the world happens either at work, at school, or at church.
No, I think we should all be alone and antisocial. And plus, he says, go talk to people. I don't see a person giving this advice, so... let's see here. How do I know you're not an AI? Anyways, it's a conspiracy, bruh. Let's see here. Let's see. I know I saw that. Nope.
This is not a human. It's a robot.
She kind of looks like Chucky. I wonder what happened if you, like, poured kerosene on her. Anyways, that would do that for this video.